Bitcoin. It's just becoming a normal, everyday. Bitcoin. It's just becoming a normal, everyday.
All right. It's that time again. Early morning crypto talk. Bitcoin Brandon here. We're going to get started in just a second. Welcome. It is Friday. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be dismissing financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestions, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make it happen? Make a decision, take action, and remain focused. There's so many things out there that can get you distracted. You can't be a part of everything. Not even Warren Buffett invests in every Fortune 500 company. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that we can ask for. Speaking of Warren Buffett, we have an article up about him. I've been waiting for this all year. I knew it was coming. And now it's finally here. All right, so let me get things straight. I have been multitasking all morning on the phone, and, you know, I got to remind myself I'm in crypto, retired from the direct selling industry because I didn't want to do all this stuff. But hey, it comes with the territory. That's just how it is. So let me get screen share up. And I am short on time, actually. I got to make sure I can fit all of this info in as fast as I possibly can. So I might have to skip a couple of things. But there's a lot of news this morning, and I had to try to pick and choose what to cover. Let me share screen. And I will put this link in the chat box. First up, NASDAQ will help the crypto industry to fight fraud and market manipulation. I'm looking forward to that. I have absolutely no problem with that. So let's go through this one real quick. NASDAQ will help the crypto industry to fight fraud and market manipulation. Even though Bitcoin has celebrated its 10th year anniversary, earlier this week, the nascent industry of digital assets continues to be plagued by fraud, which is one of the main obstacles hindering mass adoption. However, NASDAQ, the leading global stock exchange operator, is ready to lend a helping hand in stamping out fraud from the crypto industry. Well, bottom line is it's the NASDAQ people, meaning the investors, the Wall Street guys that's creating the manipulation in the first place. So what's NASDAQ going to do? Necessary technology is already in place. Citing an unpublished paper, Bloomberg reported that NASDAQ is ready to use its decades worth of experience in protecting traditional financial instruments such as currencies and securities. The same tried and tested methods could be applied to virtual currencies and help regain the investor confidence. A paper reads that regulators, brokers, and exchanges have surveillance teams that monitor activity constantly and advanced technology to help capture and analyze abusive behaviors, including pump and dump schemes, insider trading, wash trading, as well as spoofing and layering. Gemini, a US-based crypto exchange founded by the Winklevoss twins, is already taking advantage of NASDAQ's market surveillance solution. Reportedly, the stock exchange started getting requests from crypto companies a couple of years ago, but the demand really jumped a year ago as the cryptocurrency craze was soaring. NASDAQ's head of exchange and regulator surveillance, Tony Seo, claimed that we're now getting approached every week or two. We won't work with all of these firms, though, since a lot of them are in quite an early stage or not reputable yet. That's the key word right there. Yet. NASDAQ is fond of digital currencies in the blockchain. And we read this news just the other day about Microsoft. Now look at this, okay? Bill Gates running his mouth against crypto all year. And now Microsoft has their own blockchain-based technology called Azure that they're partnering with NASDAQ. Remember that. In fact, on that note, since we're talking about Microsoft, let's jump on over to his good old buddy, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates' buddy, Warren Buffett. Yeah, you know, remember what Warren Buffett's been saying about crypto all year? Rat poison squared, the worst thing to hit the investment world. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's not going anywhere. Him and his buddy, Charlie Munger, they've been running their mouths about it all year. Now, isn't this interesting? Berkshire Hathaway invests $600 million in fintech payments fund. Now, what did I say yesterday when I talked about these critics, the billionaires that are always talking bad about Bitcoin and crypto? They don't just tip their toe in the water. They jumped head in. He didn't just say, I'm gonna throw $600 at it to see what happens. 600 million. This isn't something he just woke up yesterday and said, yeah, let's go ahead and invest 600 million. This has been planned. You guys see this? 600 million. Berkshire Hathaway, the multinational holding company headed by legendary investor Warren Buffett, has reportedly invested $600 million in fintech payments. According to a report from the Wall Street Journal, the investment is focused on payment services in upcoming markets. Watch. They're going to be working with the Melinda Gates Foundation and Ripple. More specifically, the Omaha-based firm has supposedly participated in Brazil's fourth largest payment processor, StoneCo's IPO. This is in addition to a $300 million stake in the parent company to Paytm, one of India's most major mobile payment services. It should be noted that this marks a move from the firm's usual investments in steady blue chip businesses. It also comes as Berkshire Hathaway is said to be widening the net on its investments. Oh, really? Now you're doing that? Furthermore, these investments in mobile payments clash somewhat with Buffett's aversion to fintech investments. Buffett has previously been vocal about his distaste for cryptocurrencies, earning him an infamous reputation in fintech circles. He has previously referred to cryptocurrencies as rat poison squared and claimed that Bitcoin is neither a cryptocurrency nor a way of investing. Moreover, he argued that Bitcoin has entered bubble territory in October of 2017, stating that it was about to implode. Nevertheless, the recent article from the Wall Street Journal notes that Buffett has himself previously ceded that tech investments are beyond his area of expertise. In other words, he says he never invests in something he doesn't understand. Yet he's dropping 600 million and another 300 million. Rather than Buffett, one of Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio managers is said to have been a driving force behind the investments. This manager, Todd Combs, is one of the firm's two portfolio managers and revealed a diversifying investment strategy. Previously, Berkshire Hathaway has mainly invested in blue chip firms such as Coca-Cola, Apple, or acquired utilities and insurance firms. The investments show maturity of the fintech sector. Furthermore, the Wall Street Journal piece notes that these two investments show maturity of the fintech sector. No, I call it hypocrisy. The sector as a whole is also said to have raised close to $35 billion in venture capital during 2018 so far. Stop right there. No matter what billionaires and millionaires personally believe, they will always follow the money. This sector raised $35 billion in 2018. You think Warren Buffett doesn't want a piece of that? Doesn't matter if he understands Bitcoin or not. He understands money. All right. Interestingly, the Indian payment service Paytm has been compared to cryptocurrencies, even though its technical nature is naturally completely different, and it is based on transferring a fiat currency. It should also be noted that cryptocurrencies are especially popular in emerging markets. This is mainly due to people being unable to access traditional banking systems. It will, therefore, be interesting to see how Berkshire Hathaway's newfound interest in emerging markets, fintech, will continue to develop, especially in relation to cryptocurrencies. Warren Buffett, what did I tell you? Don't listen to what they say. follow what they do. This move right here is one of the biggest hypocritical moves since Jamie Dimon. And they're doing it on the slide, too. He doesn't need to come out and say anything. But putting down $900 million, that's saying a lot for those people that are paying attention. Most people are not. Most people don't even know this is going on. And they're going to run around and say, yeah, Warren Buffett been running his mouth saying that this Bitcoin stuff ain't going to work. What you guys doing? And then next thing you know, wait, what? Berkshire Hathaway did what? When did that happen? 6 months ago? I didn't know. This is why I read the news. This is why I do crypto talks. Okay, next we're going to talk about BitMEX CEO believes that the bear market could endure for another 18 months. And you know what? This may not be popular for me to say, but I actually hope that the bear market does last another 18 months. What? Well, Brandon, are you crazy? Why in the world would you want crypto to be down? Well, when you want to become a billionaire, you think like billionaires. I want more time to stash up and build up my crypto portfolio because remember, I don't buy Bitcoin. I earn Bitcoin. So I want as much time as possible to stack up as much coins as I possibly can before the rocket takes off. I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet. If it takes off right now, it doesn't mean I lost out, but I could have been in a much, much, much better situation if it remains low. And what it also does, remaining low, it keeps what I kind of call the riffraff out of the market. The people that's looking for get rich quick, the people that are not educated in the crypto space, they have no idea what they're doing. And they only get involved because they see the price of Bitcoin going up. It keeps them out of the space, which means there's more Bitcoin for me. All right. So I hope it does last another 18 months. But let's hear why he says so. The CEO of BitMEX, Arthur Hayes, has stated that he believes the bear market could last for another 12 to 18 months, based on previous experience, an abrupt departure from his previous prediction of $50,000 by the end of 2018. Now, it's okay to do a course correction. Nothing wrong with that. Some things happen that's not in our control. Arthur Hayes caused a stir back at the beginning of the summer when he appeared on CNBC's Fast Money program, announcing his end-of-year prediction as a bullish $50,000 for the crypto asset. Despite the downward trends in trade volume and volatility, Hayes was confident that an aggressive bull market could emerge at any time before the end of the year, and it would not take long for it to break through its previous all-time high of just under $20,000 and head up towards $50,000. Speaking on CNBC in June, Hayes stated, "Something that goes up to $20,000 in 1 year can definitely have a correction down to about $6,000. But we're one positive regulatory decision away, maybe an ETF approved by the SEC, to climbing through $20,000 and even to $50,000 by the end of the year." Well, that prediction, we can't tell if it would be correct because there has not been an ETF approval by the SEC. So, nuclear bear market. He is, however, now reneging on his prediction. In conversation with Yahoo Finance UK yesterday, Hayes stated, "My view is the volatility environment that exists right now could persist for another 12 to 18 months, the flatness." Hayes explained that his reassessed prediction is just based from previous experience rather than hard data. BitMEX Bitcoin Mercantile Exchange is the largest derivatives trading platform in the world, and Hayes has headed it since 2014. "I started in Bitcoin in 2013 when the price went from $250 to $1,300, and then 2014 to 15 was sort of the nuclear bear market. Price crashed, volume crashed, very, very difficult to make money." Bullish long-term. Hayes maintains a bullish midterm outlook on crypto, but even to the most ardent crypto believer, 50,000 by the end of the year with the market's current trends would be a tall order. Not so fast. You got to go back to a year ago. In fact, let's look at this. It was November 2017 when things started to take off. So you just can't say, well, we're already in November right now. I don't ever see it going that high by the end of the year. Stranger things have happened. Let me pull up coin market cap. My computer's moving a little slow on me. Okay. So let's look at Bitcoin 1 year ago. Let's go back. And come on. All right, current price of Bitcoin, $6,331. Market is down almost 1% over the last 24 hours. Let me go ahead and keep reading and I'll come back to this data. There's some movement happening. Is it coming up for me? I don't like dead spots. All right, we'll come back. So bullish long-term says, despite this short-term drag, most pundits remain very bullish on Bitcoin in the long term. Will Warren of Ox, a decentralized exchange, also speaking with Yahoo, stated, the market is probably going through some healthy consolidation, but I do believe the long-term trend will be greater adoption of Bitcoin and similar technologies. Okay, so let's go back 1 year. November, 1 year ago today, Bitcoin was at $7,100. So about $800 more than it is right now. And then look what happened. It went from 7,000 and then going into November 20th, it was at 11,000 November 20th. And then we go into December 2nd, 11,800, December 7th, 16,000. In 1 week, it jumped by $6,000 in 1 week. December 12th, $17,365. You see that, how that happened? And then December 17th, let me get that right, $19,363. It happened last year. It can happen again. Maybe not likely, but it could. Nobody saw that happening last year. Jonathan Levy, CEO of Hasera, a privacy-focused blockchain solution startup, echoed Warren's point. The price of Bitcoin is undoubtedly in a bear market, but in the application of Bitcoin and other blockchain projects, we are in fact in a bull market. I agree with that. There has been nothing but good news about the crypto space in the last 10 months. Most of the EU banks are actively investing in blockchain, and that all originally stems from Bitcoin. The Bitcoin price today stands at $63.64 at the time of writing, up 0.5% on the last 24 hours. All right, and the last article, USI Tech News, that popped up. So let me put this link in the chat box. And those of you that's listening, you like what you hear, make sure you hit the like button. All right. Bitcoin Ponzi scheme, USI Tech finally announces its fake crypto mining operation end. So I guess all those people that had money sitting in USI Tech and were hoping that they'd get access to it, That's not going to happen. And this is why education is so important. Oh, my bad. I'm just reading some good news from Mike Boggs, our CEO, our co-owner. Wow. Wow. He just got me very excited about that. But I got a message this morning from somebody pitching me on something. And when you have education, you're able to see some red flags. And it's not just education, even experience. And so I said no to this right off the bat. And I'm going to read to you what they're advertising. Whether or not this is actually true is irrelevant. The fact that this is how they're advertising lets me know in the United States, this thing will get shut down so freaking fast. Here's what I got pitched on. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but just listen to this and see if you see any red flags. Earn monthly profits from 13.3% to 16.5%. Investment period is 400 days, 13 months. That means you give them your money and they're going to hold on to it for 13 months before you get access to it again. Investment packages from $10,000 to $20,000. Or is that $10 to $20? I don't know. Invest with BTC, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ripple, Tron, and more. Get paid in Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Profits will be accrued daily. Profits can be withdrawn on Sunday. Internal multi-cryptocurrency wallet. Companies registered in Belize, UK, Hong Kong, USA, and Russia. Bank accounts in Cyprus and Switzerland. Okay. Let me tell you the red flags. And again, I'm not saying that this company is bad. I'm not saying that you cannot make money with this company. As a matter of fact, I know people are going to make a lot of money with this company. But now that have experienced what I've experienced in the crypto space, the first thing I look at is legality first. Legality. Make sure everything is fine, because I got caught with my pants down once and lost $40,000 and $2,000 a day. Let me repeat that. $2,000 a day in income. Legality. So here's some red flags. Earn profits from 13.3 to 16.5% monthly. Red flag. You can't say that. Can't say that. Even if it's true. Investment period 400 days. Red flag. I'm not giving you my money to hold on for 400 days because you can run off as an exit scam. That's how I lost my 40,000. Investment packages from 10 to 20. That's not a red flag. Invest with crypto coins. That's okay. Profits will be accrued daily. You're walking a fine line there. Internal multi-cryptocurrency wallet. Red flag. You don't want them having control of your wallet. Company is registered. Belize? Maybe. UK? Maybe. Hong Kong? Maybe. United States? No, it's not. It's a flat out lie. There is no state in the United States that would register this. Unless they actually did register with the SEC, which I highly doubt. Bank accounts is in Cyprus and Switzerland. Red flag if you're an American. The Europeans and the Asians are going to blow this thing up. I would have caution if you're in America trying to build this. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not going to say the name of the company, but that is how they're advertising, which I already know that is what will get you shut down in the United States, just by saying those things. And again, I'm being fair here. I am not saying the business is bad or wrong, or their intent is bad or wrong. I'm only looking at legality here. So let's look at USI Tech. USI Tech announced an ambitious plan involving investing in Bitcoin mining packages last year. These Bitcoin mining packages seemed suspicious from the start, and USI Tech recently confirmed this much after announcing an end to its affiliate back office crypto mining charade. Okay, I actually want to back this up with some proof here. You all know Mike Boggs, co-owner of KGX. Before there was KGX, Mike, if you know his background in computer programming and whatnot, he investigated, BitConnect and USI Tech just to see if they're actually doing what they say as far as mining goes. To his surprise, BitConnect actually had a trading bot that could be seen on the blockchain. You could see its transactions. You could see it doing what they said it's supposed to do. USI Tech, on the other hand, there was absolutely no evidence of any mining or trading that was taking place. And he looked. There's documented evidence to find BitConnect's trading. But there was nothing on USI Tech. And now they're admitting to it. Caving under pressure. As mentioned, USI Tech's BTC mining packages were suspicious from the start. This caught the attention of U.S. regulators who demanded proof and effectively spooked the company. Lacking the required proof, the company's founders panicked and ended up shutting all U.S. operations in April 2017. Whoa. You guys think BitConnect, you talking about, not BitConnect, USI Tech went down in December when they got the cease and desist order on them. No. And Dr. Smith's right. BitConnect coin still exists. And the blockchain works, and you can still stake the coin. BitConnect never got shut down. Understand this. They had cease and desist orders against them. And when that happens, what they're telling you is you need to come in and prove to us that what you're doing is not the sale of a security. And if it is, you need to register with us and pay the fines and penalties to do business in our state. BitConnect decided not to do that. The owners got spooked and ran off with the loot. Facts do matter here. I don't let just people run around, oh, there was a Ponzi, blah, 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 blah. No. Know what really happened, what really went down. But USI Tech, looks like regulators went to them back in April of last year. I was still trying to figure out what crypto was at that time. And they shut down operations in the U.S. You know what people in the U.S. did? They put on VPNs to mask their location so that they could still do business. So it says, they, however, kept up with the crypto mining charade. Interestingly, but unsurprisingly, more and more people continued investing in the Ponzi scheme in spite of the company's collapse. What? People were making money. People were making a lot of money. However, investors have been opening their eyes to the truth and asking questions. It is this latest pressure from investors that has led to this latest announcement. So they're calling this a classic Ponzi scheme. Why? Mining cryptocurrencies is considered cheaper than actually buying cryptocurrencies. That's true. Why do you think we got green? Crypto mining has become increasingly popular over the recent past, and several enterprises have opened up around it. USI Tech took advantage of this popularity by promising its investors that it would mine cryptocurrencies on their behalf, while in fact, it did not have the capacity to do this. The fact that USI Tech resulted in using investors' money to pay off other investors categorized its BTC mining packages as a classic Ponzi scheme. Okay, so they took new money to pay off old money. That's a Ponzi. The company announced on February this year that income generated from BTC 2.0 mining packages would be used for, among other things, paying off investors who had bought the BTC 1.0 packages. Other factors also add up to give this plan all the hallmarks of a Ponzi scheme. For starters, the company's founders have been using investors' money for personal pleasures. For instance, co-founder Horst Jicha has severally been spotted driving a yellow Lamborghini and living large. João Severino and Ralph Gold are also living large, albeit on a lower level compared to Horst. Blame the high energy costs, apparently? Well, there is no doubt that USI Tech was running a Ponzi scheme, but Horst and co-founders are blaming energy costs instead. Yeah, well, green is here to solve that energy problem. Speaking to reporters, Horst said that the rising energy costs, coupled with the fact that Bitcoin prices have been falling over the recent past, were making it unprofitable to mine Bitcoin. Interestingly, other Ponzi schemes that have been running similar charades are also blaming high energy costs for their woes. Similar Ponzi schemes have been closing shop since U.S. regulators started investigating USI Tech. Ironically, USI Tech co-founder Horst Jicha invested $1.5 million in an alternative source of energy in spite of complaining of high energy costs. This was disclosed after Horst filed a lawsuit against Ahern Energy, demanding a return of his $1.5 million investment. The investment was meant to finance the development of a permanent magnet generator that would slash USI Tech's energy costs by up to 95% of the technology is apparently wanting. That's interesting. Why? You didn't have any actual mining going on, so why did you invest $1.5 million in this company? I am a little bit skeptical. I'm skeptical at either this article's reporting or the intent of this guy to invest $1.5 million. It doesn't add up. If you didn't have any money, then you didn't have any energy. So what were you really up to? Conclusion. USI Tech has been running a bogus investment scheme since 2017, and it has resulted in the loss of millions of dollars for a majority of investors. The company finally caved in and admitted that it was indeed a Ponzi scheme. I doubt. Okay, show me again. I'm skeptical a little bit of this article. This just came out. Bitcoin Exchange Guide. I want to see a quote of them saying, "Yeah, we were a Ponzi scheme." But there is still no news about refunding investors. You're not getting your money back. If you're still holding out hope that one day the USI Tech, the tech coin that you guys got, is going to ever be worth anything, I wouldn't bet on that one. And again, guys, this is where education is key. You got to learn to see the signs. Yes, you can make money in these things. Yes, you can. But if you decide to take that risk, you've got to know when to get in and when to get out, because none of them have ended well. None of them have. And my phone line dropped. Well, we're at the end. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Are you guys still with me? Okay. I thought my line dropped. Anyways, we're at the end now. Thank you guys for listening. I've got important calls coming up. I know everybody's been asking about the blockchain goes Hollywood. It's still at 99% chance. And you know that old saying, and I learned this when I ran track. You know, when you are 90% done with the race, you're halfway there. You're halfway there. I had been in a situation where I was doing a relay and I see the finish line and there's nobody around me. And this was to my own error, my own arrogance at the time when I was a kid. And I started to showboat the last 10 yards. I started to showboat to the audience and all the girls up in the stands cheering me on. And right at the last second, literally, right at the last second, I see this shadow lean forward and got first place on me. Talk about being humbled. Never did that again. But that just goes to show I can't say 100% because that last 1% is not in my control. And I'll know by the end of today whether that last 1% takes care of itself. But that last 1% is the most important. So once that is 100% approved, then you're going to see me start, going crazy, posting everywhere. But until then, right now, it's at 99%. So I'm honored either way. If it doesn't happen, I'm honored to be considered. And there will be many more in the future. If it does happen, we're going to another level. So with that, today is Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be having a special green call for KGX with VP of Green, Dave Smith. I don't think the link has been sent out yet to where you can go to see that because we don't want the world hopping in on this. This is going to be for members only, paid members only. So you'll get an email from the company. Just know it's going to take place at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. So be ready for that. With that, you guys have a great day. This is Friday, so there will not be a late night crypto talk unless something crazy happens. So enjoy your day. God bless. Bye-bye. Bitcoin Brandon out.